Hello and welcome. On this video, we're going to look at the difference between distance and displacement. Now, the definition of distance is basically total length covered, and it's a scalar quantity. The definition of displacement is the shortest distance between 2 points. Here, 2 points is basically the starting point and the ending point. Displacement is a vector quantity, so direction matters. Now, for this video, to denote distance, we will use S, and to denote displacement, we will use X. So let's start. So for our first scenario, let's say we are beginning a journey from point A. So let's say this is our point A, and we are ending our journey at point B. Now there are two ways we can go from point A to point B. So the green path is basically path 1. Let's call this one path 1. You can follow path 1 to go to from point A to point B. Now the length covered while using path 1 is 100 meters. Now there's another way we can go from A to B. We can go from A to B using a straight path, and the length of this path is 20 meters. Now let's say we use path 1, the 100 meters path, to go from point A to point B. Then what will be our distance? We already said we will use the notation S to refer to distance. So for distance S, the length that we covered is actually 100 meters. So our distance will be 100 meters. Now the displacement, which is X. For displacement, we have to see the shortest distance between point A and point B. Point A being our starting point and point B being our ending point. Now, even though we took path 1, which is 100 meters, the shortest distance between point A to point B is actually 20 meters, because 20 meters is actually shorter than 100 meters. So our answer for displacement will be 20 meters. Let's look at another scenario. For this scenario, let's say we had another point A and we had another point B. Now, a car started a journey from point A. It went from point A to point B and then took a turn, and from point B went back to point A. Now, the distance from point A to point B is 100 meters again. Now, if we are asked to find distance, which is S, then our answer would be 100 plus 100, because the length covered is actually 200, because we have to first travel 100 meters from A to B and then 100 meters back from B to A. So 100 plus 100 gives us 200. So the total length covered is actually 200 meters. Now, for displacement, we have to see the shortest distance between starting and ending point. Now the starting point is A and the ending point is also A. Now we can say, so if our starting point and ending point are both the same point, then the shortest distance is actually 0 meters, because both of the points are exactly at the same point. So our displacement for this scenario is 0 meters. Now let's look at another scenario. In this scenario, let's say we had A and B again, and now our car traveled from A to B, which is 100 meters. But now instead of traveling from B to A, the car traveled from B to half of the path. So basically the car traveled from B to A half of the path from B to A, so which is 50 meters. Now if we are asked to find the distance, which is S, our total distance will be 100 plus 50, 150 meters. This is because the total length we covered was from A to B, which is 100, and from B to half of the path of A, which is 50 meters. So 100 plus 50 is 150. And then for displacement, we have to find the shortest distance between starting point and ending point. Now starting point is this and our ending point is this. Now one distance is 150 meters, but we have another distance which is this distance. Now, this distance is actually 100 minus 50, which gives us only 50. Now, which one is shorter, 50 meters or 150 meters? 50 meters is obviously shorter. So, according to the definition of displacement, our answer for displacement for this particular scenario will be 50 meters. Let's look at our last scenario. Let's say for this scenario, there is a racetrack. On that racetrack, there is a runner. That runner is starting from point A. The runner starts from point A, and after one lap, he comes back to point A again. Now, for the sake of understanding, let's call the finishing point point B. Now, one thing to note, point A and point B are basically the same point because the runner ran one complete lap. The distance or the length covered during this run was 200 meters. So, the distance for this run would be 200 meters because the length covered is 200 meters. Now, if you are asked to find displacement for this particular math, the answer would be 0. Because point A and point B are basically the same point. Starting point and the ending point are basically the same point. And we just saw in an example that if the starting and ending point are same, the shortest distance is actually 0. So the displacement is 0. Hopefully, this was helpful, and thank you for watching.